Good afternoon, good evening, good night, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video, I wanted to discuss about boundaries, setting boundaries, and how to avoid heartbreak. And I wanted to discuss a little bit about this topic and just share my own experience, my own life experience and knowledge to be able to help others and to inspire others and to motivate and uplift. And I feel like the Lord has called me to share my own words of wisdom, uplift, inspire, motivate, tell stories, and everything. Like, I'm open to everything because I feel like that's something that the Lord has called me to do. And therefore, I feel like I could be a blessing or become a blessing into somebody's life by sharing my own knowledge and, being able to really inspire someone or help somebody out there. So, in today's topic, I want to talk about setting boundaries and why it is important to set boundaries in a relationship, and also how to avoid heartbreak as well. Okay, so to start out, we're going to first talk about um, setting boundaries in a relationship and why that's very, very important. So I've I don't know if you guys have been noticing this, but I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos of people just ranting about how this person has done me wrong. I've allowed this person to treat me this way so many times, thinking that this person would change and blah blah blah. Like, just just a bunch of, like, it's just the same video that I've been seeing over and over again. Nothing different, just the same thing. So I thought maybe this would be a good topic to talk about, and hopefully it could reach somebody out there. So, first and foremost, whenever you meet someone, um if you feel like you and this person could potentially be in a relationship, it is important to set boundaries. Boundaries are very important because it tells that person what you want, what you like, what you won't tolerate, and what you will tolerate. And a lot of the times when you allow somebody to step over your boundaries, you tell that person what you like or what you don't like, and they keep doing it, they keep stepping over your boundaries over and over again. What's going to happen is it's just going to get worse, and that person is going to disrespect you, and things could just get as worse as they already are. And one thing my father always taught me, guys, and I'm sharing this knowledge with you guys from what he had told me, is whenever somebody shows you who they are, you believe them the first time. If somebody shows you who they are, if you have spoken to them about what you don't like, and they continuously keep doing the same thing over and over again, like, for example, if that person continuously keep ghosting you or continuously keep saying mean things to you or continuously bullying you, whatever the case it may be, there's no excuses for any of that type of behavior. It doesn't matter, what the situation is, because that is a very, that's a very mean and evil thing to do. So I feel like, despite that, the fact that somebody keeps crossing your boundaries, especially when they do it more than once, that person does not care about you. And the problem with this generation that we live in is people are so stuck into creating this fantasy in their mind of, thinking that this person could be something that they will never be. And I'm going to explain to you why that person will never be the person you think they will be. Sorry, guys, I also forgot to mention this, is, you see, when somebody steps over your boundaries, it's a lack of maturity that person has. That person has a lot of growing to do, and I can't even only just speak for young adults, but I can also speak for older adults, because a lot of the times, people who step over your boundaries, disrespect you, it's a lot of internal healing that they have. And unless, if they don't recognize what they have to work on from the inside out, they will forever be that way. Even when that person is in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, they will forever have a blockage because they are not working on healing their inner traumas inside out from what they have gone through from childhood till now. So it still becomes stuck with them, and they will never be able to prosper and achieve and attract certain things into their life because they have this type of blockage within them that they will not work on. Period. And healing yourself comes from, you know, um, glowing spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. healing your inner traumas and doing shadow work is what's really going to heal a person. But if you notice that this person, no matter what you do, no matter what you try, no matter what you say, it will just never work, you need to leave them. Take some courage to develop some self-love. No matter how hard it is for you, work on yourself, glow up, focus on what you need to do in order for you to attract even higher than you were before. Because being stuck on that level with that person, knowing the fact that they are operating on a low vibrational level by how they treat you, a lot of things might be going on in their life. They don't want to work on themselves inside out like that. You can't stay with somebody like that, because they're not consciously aware of what they are doing, because I feel like it's a chemical imbalance in their brain that they are not aware of, and they think that they are not doing anything wrong because they have been let's say brainwashed, or trained to think that hurting people is okay, and they don't see it like that, because it all has to do with how they grew up, right? What they have seen in their household, what they think is okay, what they think is okay from what they have seen, but it's not. So that's what you guys need to understand. And sometimes also the chemical imbalance in that person's brain could also come from maybe some mental health problems that that person might be going through, or maybe it could just be the trauma that they have been really running away from, right? So it could be either both, depending on your situation. But what I could say is, when it comes to you, you do not stoop down to that type of level, right? You work on yourself and be the best version of yourself. You make sure that you try to learn from your past in order to not bring it into your next relationship. Learn from what that person has taught you. Sometimes the Lord brings certain people in our life for a reason, not because they are good for us, but because they teach us a certain lesson on what you need to work on within yourself, to not stoop down to someone's level, and to create more self-love within yourself, to make sure that you do not experience that again. Because like I said, you are what you attract, right? If you're a type of person where you are a materialistic person, 9 times out of 10 you're going to attract someone like that. I've seen it happen so many times. So I'm telling you guys that working on yourself inside out, especially in the inside of you, is very, very important. And that's how you truly glow up. You glow up from expanding, increasing your knowledge on what you've experienced, your life experiences, reading more books, watching more videos, doing a lot more things that are going to help elevate you in life and elevate you later on. So I feel like in order to really just avoid this, or avoid, you know, being disrespected, avoid heartbreak, you can all avoid it by seeing the person for who they are when they show you who they are. Instead, nothing is wrong with giving somebody chances. Don't get it twisted. You can give somebody chances after chance, but it all depends on the level of disrespect that that person has gone too far. There's certain things that you're not supposed to tolerate, because it doesn't become love anymore. So when you notice that that person hasn't been treating you the way you're supposed to be treated, you have to create some more self-love in you. Take the courage to leave that person because of what they keep doing, because that is not love, and that person doesn't love you. And when you notice the red flags the first time and you see it, you pay attention to it, you observe it, and you notice that it keeps happening. I was mentioning, and you observe it, that's basically your way out. So don't allow somebody to keep, stepping all over you. Don't allow that. You give that person one chance, okay. You give them a second chance, okay. But once they keep doing it the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, sixth time, clearly that person does not have good intentions for you, because somebody who truly loves you and has good intentions for you, they're going to respect you. Remember, in the Bible it says that love is kind, patient, caring. That person is supposed to have at least most of those quality traits when they're very genuine. When they're really genuine inside out, that's what that person is going to have, and that's what that person is going to show you.